Now at 9, the government has officially shut down. Find out why and what people should know going forward.
And the Department of Justice is being sued by Democrats. See why the group is moving forward with the lawsuit.
Muncie's new YMCA is celebrating 6 months of operation. Hear how the community is utilizing the new facilities.
Well-known conservationist Jane Goodall has died at 91. Find out how her legacy is being remembered.
I'm tracking a warm October start. NewsLink Indiana starts now.
Local news about local people, live from Ball State Unified Media. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Mira Bloomer.
And I'm Max Robson. Washington is in a debate over the recent government shutdown and the impact it'll have on people across the country.
That includes millions in the federal workforce, military, and those who rely on government services every day. Karen Kaifa is in Washington with a rundown of what households need to know.
Despite the government shutdown, some federal agencies have deemed certain services and employees essential, which means Social Security payments will continue. Air traffic controllers and TSA employees will keep flights moving, though without paychecks, and veterans can continue to receive medical and critical care through the Department of Veterans Affairs. The Department of Health and Human Services says the Food and Drug Administration will still respond to emergencies, but be limited in the number of inspections it can do, which experts warn could put the nation's food supply in risky territory.
If this goes on for a couple of weeks, that there could be food safety outbreaks that couldn't be coped with. Significant problems could occur in the supply chain.
The shutdown also stalling the admission of new patients to National Institutes of Health clinical trials unless medically necessary.
So if we're on deck for a clinical trial, that will stop.
The Department of Agriculture says nutritional programs like SNAP benefits can continue until funding runs out. The Department of Education says federal student loans will still be dispersed and borrowers are still required to make their payments to avoid default and delinquency. And the Department of the Interior says national parks will stay partially open, a move sharply criticized by park advocates who say it's dangerous for the public to have access, with more than 9,000 agency employees furloughed. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
Many agencies plan to continue with their operations and paying of essential employees until savings run out. The last government shutdown started in 2018 and lasted 35 days, the longest in history.
20 Democratic states are suing the Department of Justice. The group is suing to stop a new DOJ rule focused on undocumented immigrants. That rule bars states from using federal grant funds to provide legal services to those undocumented who are the victims of domestic violence and other crimes. The 20 states and Washington, D.C. argue the rule violates spending clause in the U.S. Constitution. The lawsuit claims the rule would retroactively apply to grants already distributed to the states. It also calls the rule, quote, ambiguous, unquote, as to how the states should decide which programs are restricted for any given person.
The YMCA has recently celebrated 6 months of their brand new building. NewsLink's Indiana Stella Davis has more.
The Muncie YMCA built a brand new gym in the downtown area and have recently celebrated 6 months of their new facility. The YMCA has worked hard to improve their equipment, gym space, and class schedules, and even more than that, their community.
It's just about the facility. It's about all of the activities that happen within the facility and the people that we get to serve and the relationships that people are creating here and also achieving their goals.
The new YMCA has tripled its memberships from this time last year. Executive Director Gretchen Fields says they've had over 1,500,000 visits in the last 6 months, which is double what they had this time last year. She says the YMCA has also acquired 15,000 new families or individuals to join the YMCA family.
Building in downtown previously, and a lot of people had to cancel their membership when we just had one building at the Northwest. But now I'm just starting to see the old faces come back. So just having that tradition and having that heritage come back to Muncie.
In the course of the new YMCA's journey, the staff has learned the ropes of the new facility with a brand new parking lot, new classes for all ages, 2 separate child care centers, and a new pool.
Y is a place for everyone. We serve kids, we serve older adults, we have all kinds of programs. It's not just your typical gym and swim. There are anywhere from Bible studies to Live Strong groups to Rock Steady Boxing, which is Parkinson's patients. There's something for everyone at the Y.
The YMCA has created a family at their new space that continues to glow and flourish, and we can all look forward to the improvements that will be made within the next 6 months. In Muncie, Stella Davis, NewsLink, Indiana.
To be a part of the YMCA's journey at their new location, follow YMCA of Muncie on Instagram.
Many community members in Muncie have used the Cardinal Greenway for walking, biking, and traveling, but some may need to adjust their path temporarily. NewsLink Indiana's Landon Jones went to the Greenway to learn more.
From the neighborhood of North Brady Street to Muncie's Kitzelman Gateway, the Cardinal Greenway is under construction as part of a final phase of a revitalization project. Additionally, there is also levee construction, expansion to I-70 by NDOT, and routine railroad repairs. The project aims to improve connectivity, safety, and the overall user experience on the trail for all. However, a few locals share some mixed feelings about the construction and its impact. Community member TJ says that he would like to know more about the project before giving a final say.
But I think that the problem that we have is not enough awareness. We need to talk about it.
On the other hand, Charles Wheat thinks that revitalization will be suitable for trailgoers.
They're doing actually some decent work on it as far as, keeping it on the upkeep and stuff. Our main thing is we do need some lighting down the trails.
So far, there have been mixed reactions to the construction project on the Greenway as everyone waits for it to come to an end. In Muncie, Landon Jones, NewsLink, Indiana.
Despite the detour, Cardinal Greenway is still used by many in the community, and even those just traveling through the area. And Mira, honestly, it has been such good weather just to be able to go on the Greenway still.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people out like it's the middle of July is super, super cool to see, especially, it's October 1st now. So I think of leaves, but right now I'm really trying to enjoy it because I know I'm going to regret, not like trying to rush into winter,
The last thing I want to do is rush into the cold weather.
Right.
And let's hope that cold weather stays off and send it over to Elizabeth with weather.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we definitely do have those warmer temperatures in our forecast, but currently we do have 74 degrees in Indianapolis, 73 in Lafayette, and 67 in Muncie. And those temperatures are decreasing as we go into this evening, even into the early morning hours, about 52 to 51 degrees. I will be tracking sunshine remaining, ongoing heat, and continued drought, all in my full forecast.
Thank you, Elizabeth. The woman who changed the way the world looks at wildlife has died. Legendary conservationist Dr. Jane Goodall died today of natural causes. According to her namesake institute, officials there say Goodall was, quote, a tireless advocate for the protection and restoration of our natural world, unquote. Goodall's field work with chimpanzees included documentation of the primates' emotions and personality traits. She is also credited with changing the overall way scientists study animals. Goodall, who had been on a speaking tour of the U.S. when she died, was 91 years old. Coming up, find out why one retail chain is recalling a large variety of items.
And a new study reveals details behind breast cancer.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip, to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Julie was always a voracious reader. She carried 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Welcome back. Walmart is making changes to its food selection. The largest retail grocer in the U.S. announced it will get rid of synthetic dyes from its store brand foods. Officials say they also plan to remove 30 other ingredients, including preservatives and certain artificial sweeteners. Some of the products that will be affected are cheese dips, sports drinks, and cake frostings. Officials say they hope to keep their prices static during this transition. All of the ingredient changes are expected to be complete by January 2027.
With the arrival of Breast Cancer Awareness Month comes a new study that highlights the importance of early detection. It finds women who missed their first screening appointment for breast cancer could have a 40% higher long-term risk of dying from the disease. Among those invited to their first mammogram screening, nearly a third didn't get one. Researchers found those women continued to be less likely to get subsequent mammograms. They were also more likely to have breast cancer diagnosed in advanced stages. According to the American Cancer Society, the 5-year survival rate is more than 99% when breast cancer is diagnosed before it spreads. But the survival rate sharply drops to about 32% when the cancer is detected after it spreads to other organs.
If you want to have good mental health, you may want to move to New York or Hawaii. That's according to the new State of Mental Health in America report. It ranked all 50 states and Washington, D.C. based on 17 measures of mental health from 2022 and 2023. Some of the measures included rates of those who experience mental illnesses and provider availability. The Empire State and the Aloha State came out on top, followed by New Jersey. The Hoosier State of Indiana came in at 14th this year. And for the second year in a row, Nevada and Arizona were ranked the lowest. The report also found that nearly a quarter of adults in the U.S. experienced mental illnesses last year.
I'm tracking continued sunshine after the break.
After his wife passed, my neighbor Larry started drinking a lot. He was in distress and acting out. He had guns around, and I didn't want anything bad to happen. I pressed pause. Our local authorities filed a firearm restraining order to temporarily remove the guns. It gave Larry the time he needed to get help. It wasn't easy, but we got through it together. Learn more at illinois.gov/pause to heal.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. Today is October 1st, and that fall feeling is finally here. NewsLink Indiana's Braylon Judy has more.
I love the environment of fall. It's such a nice environment during that time.
Ever since the first day of fall, we've been seeing high temperatures that feel like summer.
Right now, I'm looking forward to get cooler for one thing, because I'm like, why is it still 85?
This false fall always gets our hopes up for the actual season, but now it can finally feel real. Leaves are changing and the spooky feeling is already kicking in. Fall is in full swing. With the temperature finally dropping here in Muncie, all the fun fall favorites like haunted houses, pumpkin patches, and hayrides can now be enjoyed fully. Or you can stay inside and watch your favorite scary movie.
For some reason, one thing that comes to mind is whenever me and my friends had a Halloween get-together last year, and I showed them The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing for the first time, and I was already the one who saw it. And it was really interesting to see how they reacted to it, and then we did some other fun activities.
Although it still feels like summer, don't be afraid to step on those crunchy leaves on your walk to class in the morning, because fall is officially in season. In Muncie, Braylon Judy, NewsLink Indiana.
This fall, try a new haunted house, carving a new pumpkin design, or a new flavor of pie. It's what the season is all about.
Taking a look behind me, we have the Cooper Science Camera. We are seeing a very calm night this evening. Those winds are staying calm. We don't really see those trees moving much. We have a mostly cloudy evening. But for today's high, we did have an average high hotness, our high being 84 degrees, but our average high is 73 degrees, but we did not beat that record high set back in 2019 of 93 degrees. But taking a look at those current temperatures, 74 degrees in Indianapolis, 73 in Lafayette, 66 in Terre Haute, and 71 in Shelbyville. Taking a closer look in Muncie, 67 degrees in Muncie, 67 in Anderson, and 64 up in Hartford City. And as we look into the next 24-hour temperature change, we do see that lake effect up in Fort Wayne with the decrease of 6 degrees. We aren't seeing much of a decrease in these temperatures as we are sticking around the above average heat. For the next 12 hours, we do see that those temperatures start to decrease quite a bit into the early morning hours tomorrow. For tonight, 52 degrees is our low, mostly cloudy skies, and those winds coming from the east northeast at about 10 miles an hour. As we're heading to class tomorrow, 52 degrees, by noon 75 degrees, and even by 5 p.m. we do see that temperature rise quite a bit to 83 degrees. Those winds are remaining calm and those skies are staying partly cloudy all throughout tomorrow. But we take a look at this radar, there is no rain in our forecast whatsoever. We aren't seeing anything, and this is why we are in this drought monitor. We are seeing a very dry conditions currently. We are in the dry, moderate, and severe all throughout. And even in Muncie, we are in this severe. We have Muncie being severe, Portland, Marion, and even down in Winchester, Richmond, and Anderson, we are seeing this moderate drought. And this is all because we've been in this above average heat. We have had 21 days of above average, 1 normal, and even 8 below average. And we are going to see this carry over for the next 6 to 10 days. From October 7th through the 11th, we are seeing this above average really kick over, and we do see this reflect in the next 7 days as well. On Thursday, 83 degrees, Friday, 86, and even on Saturday, 86 as well. Our highest being on Sunday, 87 degrees. We do see those temperatures start to cool down just a little bit with clouds rolling in, 85 degrees on Monday. Tuesday, we have a 60% chance of thunderstorms, and that does start to cool down our temperatures quite a bit for Wednesday, bringing those fall-like temperatures to 70 degrees. And our lows are remaining in the high 50s to low 60s. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited to see those fall-like temperatures roll in.
I definitely am. I love fall. I've been waiting to get my sweaters out, so I'm so excited. Yeah.
Oh, most definitely. And honestly, if I can just keep it at those early fall temperatures where it's like high 60s, like 66, 67 degrees, I would be so happy, and just constantly that temperature, I'd be beaming with joy.
Yeah. I love those temperatures. It's definitely my favorite type of year.
Me too. I'm ready to throw out the shorts and the tank tops.
Yes,
and
me too.
Really, I wore this dress today because I was like, I need to get my spring clothes, my warm clothes out of here while we still have time.
And honestly, fall sports is also the best because you get that outside sport feeling with football, with baseball. I mean, playoffs are going on right now, and you get those indoor sports like basketball starting up, and I'm just so excited for sports.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
There's lots more to get to on NewsLink Indiana. Josh Gabbard has a preview of sports.
Thanks, Max and Mira. One Ball State team's schedule is finally released, and a Ball State club is preparing for local competitions. All this and more, next in sports.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing we do to keep us focused.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game?
To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health.
Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need to keep your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We can't play about our future or our finances. Make moves, set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up, stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things. This is pre-tirement.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff.
You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Josh Gabbard with sports. One WNBA star is calling out the league commissioner's treatment of players. Nafisa Collier accuses the league commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, of being, quote, negligent, unquote, in her governance. The statement came in her exit interview yesterday as the Minnesota Lynx were eliminated from the playoffs. Collier serves as the WNBA Players Association Vice President. Collier's statement has gained support from many current and former WNBA players and coaches. Lexi Hull, the Indiana Fever WNBA PA alternate rep, said in her pregame interview yesterday that she agrees with what Collier said and thinks this is an important time for the league and change is needed. Engelbert said that she is, quote, disheartened, unquote, by Collier's comments and will continue to work to ensure a bright future for the league in her statement on Tuesday. Passing things to the court, Ball State men's basketball has released their home schedule for the 2025-2026 season. The Cards will play 14 games from home in November to March. The first of these matchups comes Monday, November 3rd at 7 p.m. against Louisiana. Fans will also see some new faces around Worthen Arena, with the Cards bringing in 7 transfers in the offseason. Fans can purchase tickets starting October 13th at bsutickets.bsu.edu. Kicking it over to the mats, a club team is determined to have yet another successful year. NewsLink Indiana's Aiden McNally met with the club to see how the team is preparing.
Ball State University's judo club team is back in action, returning to their regularly scheduled practices. The team looks to remain competitive as a few points of emphasis are already being pursued this year. Club Vice President Elijah Greer shared those aspects as they've already gotten a glance at some local competition.
This year is just physical fitness, teaching, and carrying on the tradition and sport of judo and just building community. We have done practices with other schools like Purdue and IU and some other local colleges, where we get together and it's less of a tournament and more of like a combined practice.
Ball State's judo club team has had a handful of highly competitive fighters walk its halls. Yellow belt Madeline Tarnecki describes what they're doing to make sure that trend continues.
We teach both like traditional and competition judo here, so we try to integrate a lot of competition judo into our daily practices, making sure people who want to compete are getting those drills in.
Preparation is a crucial aspect in judo, but Greer emphasizes the club shouldn't look past organization as it helps with the preparation process.
I think just be better organized, especially in like with the officers and keeping in touch with the rec and just doing that kind of thing. Obviously, as you can see, we're out there practicing, so that's reaching our like physical fitness, and like we go to competitions, so that helps in that area.
A competitive club team is taking the steps to succeed, as they know what it takes to do so, creating an environment that is built to have yet another promising year. In Muncie, Aiden McNally, NewsLink, Indiana.
Exciting times in Ball State men's basketball. They had a winning record at home last year. Let's see if they can follow it up this year.
I absolutely love to watch a basketball game. I definitely understand basketball a little bit more than football, so I'm glad to get into this season for sure.
And I just know Coach Lewis has such high expectations for this team, especially bringing in 7 new transfers. Obviously, having a new team, there's going to be some bumpy roads to begin with, but I think they'll be able to get over the hump pretty early and hopefully make it back to the MAC tournament.
It'll be really interesting to see how well the new guys bond with the old guys. I know we still have some really good returners. It'll be interesting to see what the team does this year, and I know Lewis will have them. He'll have them whipped into shape if I were a betting man.
Yeah, I definitely like to see the players from last year going to this year. It's definitely cool.
And with, obviously, men's basketball starting and the fever just ending, you know, it's kind of got that month of no basketball, just waiting.
I know we're waiting on the Pacers preseason, waiting on the NBA to start back up, and we'll just have to see where it takes us.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
Coming up next, see what spooky item is returning to the McDonald's menu.
And learn what bear holds the biggest title.
My son, Ricky, took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me in ways that I never knew that I could be broken. And I contemplated suicide. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe. Store your gun securely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. McDonald's is celebrating the upcoming spooky season with the return of a specialty menu item. The fast food chain will make its Happy Meal Boo Buckets available to customers for a limited time. They'll roll out on October 21st. The lineup of 5 bucket characters includes Ghost, Pumpkin, and Goblin. New for this season are Cat and Zombie. The buckets also come with stickers that kids use to customize to their liking. This is the 3rd straight year that Boo Buckets are on the McDonald's menu. Before that, they were an occasional item, first debuting back in 1986.
The Animals World's fluffiest pageant has crowned a new winner at Alaska's Katmai National Park and Preserve. A brown bear nicknamed Chunk now holds the title for Fat Bear Week 2025. Voters from around the world compared early and late summer photos of a dozen brown bears bulking up for winter hibernation, and then picked their favorite. In the final round, voters decided Bear 32, aka Chunk, was the fattest of them all. In addition to his impressive girth, Chunk's Cinderella story appealed to voters. It's fun and an opportunity to educate people about brown bears and their habitat in Alaska. And you know, the thing I'm the most jealous about with Chunk and all other bears, the fact that they just get to hibernate through the cold weather.
Yep, and then they get to eat a lot. It all falls off of them.
Oh, I wish.
I mean, I'm not jealous of the weather that they got going through, but yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I would hope that we would see that weather come through, but I don't think we are.
Right.
Yeah. So taking a look, we do have those summer-like temperatures sticking around going into October. 83 tomorrow, Friday 86, Saturday 86, and our highest on Sunday being 87 degrees. On Monday 85, and we do see those thunderstorms start to roll in. 60% chance of those thunderstorms, with 81 being our high. And on Wednesday, we do see that fall-like temperature roll in after those thunderstorms come through with 70, and those lows are remaining at the high 50s to low 60s. I'm really excited for those fall temperatures to go in.
Me too. It's nice to see for sure.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. So that's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page, YouTube channel, and WCRD 91.3.
And for news anytime, anywhere, just go to cardinalmediabsu.com. Have a great night and stay safe.